Aston Villa's transfer window has come to an end a couple of days ago. And it's time to tier list it. Let's have a look at our outgoings, our incomings, look at the finances behind the deals. As much as we do know, obviously we don't know the absolute ins and outs, as we have complied with our European regulations, our PSR regulations, our ESR, SCR, FPR, TTR, ABCs. We've complied with all of it. It's been a little bit of a stinker, sort of, slightly. I think it's been a bit of a stinker internally within the club in terms of the feelings and thoughts of the players. That has come across on the pitch. We're going to go through two separate tier lists today. I know it's a little bit delayed, this video. I do apologise. Life and illness does get in the way sometimes. But hopefully, touch wood, I am back now. So if you are enjoying all the content, let's get all the plugs in early. Leave a like, subscribe down below. Let's get to 4,000 now. Do it. Share it around. Let's get to 4K. I'm putting it on you guys. This many of you aren't subscribed. Go and do it. Share it with all your Villa friends. And also join the FPL. FPL restarts this week. My preview of the Everton game will be coming out very, very soon as well. Code up on the screen, and it has been since I've been talking about this due to the wonderful world of video editing. But without wasting any more time, we've got all the plugs out of the way, which you better do. You better do. I'm holding you to it. Let's go into the first tier list, which we're going to go through our outgoings first. Let's have a little look and see what I thought. It's going to be an interesting one. So here we have it, the outgoing tier list. You can see we've got quite the amount to go through down below. I believe it's 9 in total. And we're going to start from this way and make our way down. The tiers that we're using for the outgoings is finally The Rock. No. But finally, they are out of Aston Villa Football Club. Good deal, don't care, and why. Those are our 4 tiers. And we're going to be kicking it off with this man there on the screen. It is Philip Marshall, young goalkeeper extraordinaire. Not really. He's had a few loan spells that didn't particularly go too well. He was always sort of a bit lower down in the pecking order than the likes of Oliver Zitch, who's gone out on loan. There was another lad as well. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but had a really good loan spell. I think it was Exeter, but we've sold him to Celtic now. That was back in January. So Philip Marshall was always a little bit further down the pecking list. Obviously, we did get rid of Robin Olsen. We had Joe Gauchi at the club. He's gone out on loan. We're going to go through the loans in a separate sort of section of this video. So Philip Marshall, you know, we bought in Bizot. We've obviously still got Martinez somehow, just barely. But you know, Marshall, again, I'm sure he's a great player, but he's been sold now. I think it's to Stevenage for a very, very low fee. He was never really going to get any serious, meaningful game time at Villa. So for that reason, I just find it hard to fill. And don't care isn't like a, you know, it isn't like a bad thing. It's not like I just don't care about these players. It's more of a, it just doesn't really affect me too much. You know, I don't really feel one way or the other about it. And that is where I would put him. And now next up we have Kane, Kessler, Hayden. Now my deep ingrained hatred for the man who is currently outscoring Lewandowski for the Polish national team in the calendar year of 2025. Matthew, or as he said in his little player preview video, Mateusz Cash. No, I'm just joking, because he is from Slough. But Matty Cash hasn't been good for Villa this season, I don't believe. I think he's actually been not great at all. I don't think he's been great for the last few seasons. We don't have a backup right back. Andres Garcia is currently injured. We don't know when he's going to be back, although I do rate him highly. We sent Kostan Nedeljkovic out on loan again with an option to buy. Nedeljkovic should actually be in here. But Kane, Kessler, Hayden never really got an opportunity at Villa, but still a very, very good right back. He won, I think, Young Player of the Year and Player of the Year for Preston North End last season. So why are we then selling him for, I think it was like 3 million to Coventry? When I think, to be honest, we probably, considering we were going to loan out Garcia as well, and we still didn't get in a right back, it just seems like a little bit of a strange deal when you have a purpose-made, homegrown player on really low wages, considering wages are the thing that we need to care about, and we let him go. You know, it felt a little bit weird to me, a little bit weird. But then we have Den Donkey, and it's finally, The Rock. No, that's twice I've done that now. I can't do it again. That's it. You hold me to it. But finally, Den Donker is out of Aston Villa Football Club. No more needs to be said about it. God, well done. Well done, Damien Viganci and Monchi. You may have had a bit of a stinker, but you finally got Dendoncker to just leave the club. He just terminated his contract straight up because no one wanted to pay any money for him. Loads of wages. I think it was about 95 grand a week off of the wage bill. See you later. Next up, Enzo Berenchia. And I'm going to have to put him in Hua. Especially, I think it may have gone to a different, we're making a little bit of profit on a player that ultimately has never paid for the club. Benfica are covering his entire wages, and I think it's an obligation to buy for him is quite high. It's like just about turning a profit. But gone to Benfica, done really well, already won a trophy. And again, it might have been in good deal, possibly, because he hasn't played for the club and we're making profit. But then Onana and Kamara both go and get injured. Barkley's injured. And all of a sudden, we're looking a bit scrambling for players in midfield. And we have a player who, just go on like Benfica Twitter if you can find like their little like football Twitter section. And have a look at what they're saying about Enzo Berenchia. He's killing it. Great player. I just feel like he should have got a little bit of a chance. Robin Olsen, I'm not going to put it in finally because he has had some decent moments. He wasn't the best backup goalkeeper, but a good deal. We've got him out of the club, end of contract. Yeah, we didn't get a fee for him, but, it's 50 grand a week off of the wage bill. So I don't feel any kind of way about it, to be honest with you. I'm happy that he's gone. He's going back to his homeland in Sweden and playing football for Malmo. Next up, Philip Coutinho. And it's another finally. Should I do the rock thing again? No, I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. Coutinho, when he played for Liverpool, was easily in the top 5 at that time Cam's number 10s in the world. Came to Villa, played really well in his first few games under his best friend Stevie G, and we all thought, hang on, a Villa back. And then he started to play crap, and then we realised he was like 31. And then he didn't play for Villa for like 2 years. And then you realise, if I just refer to my little spreadsheet here, that he was on 135,000 Great British pounds a week. Sorry. Finally, we don't have to pay him anymore. Terminated his contract. He's gone back to Vaso de Guanabara or something or the other in Brazil. It's the club, as you can see. He's about 15 in that photo. It's his boyhood club. He's gone back to play for them. And all the best. Next up, Alex Moreno. Good deal. For me, a contract termination, but he's taken a wage cut to go and play for Girona over in Spain. Alex Moreno, one of the good guys. You can just tell he's just a good guy. Do you know what I mean? No issues with it. Absolute legend taking that pay cut to help the club out, and now he's going to go and play football in La Liga. So next, Leon Bailey. I've put it in Y, but it could also be a good deal. I'm gonna put it in good deal because of the players that we've signed. But Roma are covering his entire wage, but it's just an option to buy. So are we just going to be in the same situation next summer, where we're going to have to terminate his contract and not get a fee for a player again? But they are covering the entirety of his £120,000 per week. He got injured in his first training session, and he wasn't going to play for the club. So we're going to keep it in good deal. And then next, it's a hard one, because technically it's a good deal, Jacob Ramsey. £41 million. Not bad for a player of his calibre. Wasn't really kicking on, but he was a good player, and he was homegrown, and his wages weren't a massive, massive issue. And I'm going to put it in Y, purely because of the outrage that it seemed to cause internally within the club. All the players seemed to be very unsettled and rustled by this deal. And I did like JJ. I can't believe that Nedeljkovic fell through the gaps here, but you could put Nedeljkovic in Y as well, purely because we need a right back. And I think it's another loan, and I don't even think it's an obligation to buy again. So we could just be in the same bit with him this summer. Yashin Özkan as well could be in there, but again, I don't think that's an obligation to buy. I try to just keep it with the obligations or like the solid first teamers. And Yashin Özkan, not really a first teamer because we've never seen him play for the club apart from like 15 minutes in pre-season. But that is the final one. Let's go and have a look at who we bought into the club. And this one's going to be a bit easier because there's only 5 people to go through. So this is going to be over very, very quickly. Now, top tier, we've gone Wow. Wow, I just love this deal. I can't, I just love it. MAD. MAD is an acronym. Wow. Love that. You know what I mean? And it stands for make a difference. This player is going to make a difference this season for the football club. SP, obviously squad player. And then why? Why do we do that? I don't think that tier is going to be used for this video. Now, first up is Jadon Sancho. I'm a little bit indifferent on this deal. The wages, I'm going to put him in squad player. I think if we didn't sell Jacob Ramsey, obviously this deal would have never happened, but we did need some sort of support on that left-hand side of our attack. But then again, we have FN Guasson, who could play out there as well. We have McGinn that plays out there, Rogers that plays out on the left wing. But I do think he is there to fill a squad player role. We need depth. Ultimately, we're in 4 competitions still, even though if you look at Twitter, some people might be saying that we're already out of the Premier League. You know who you are, but I get it. We've played awful. But I think squad player, I don't think he really makes a crazy difference considering, and this is just based off of his last 2 to 3 seasons of professional football. He hasn't really made a difference for anyone, and he's just been collecting a big wage. But Emery and Villa, like we did with Rashford, we have the ability to take players and turn their careers upside down. So I am not going to rule him out whatsoever. Next up, we have Robin Olsen, and he's already done it. He's already made a difference given everything that's happened with Emi Martinez. And ultimately, I think we have him to thank quite heavily for the only point that we have managed to collect in the Premier League this season. We knew we needed a backup goalkeeper to play that first game because of Emi Martinez's suspension, and he stepped up, got the clean sheet, and got man of the match as well. So I don't have any, he's already made a difference, and ultimately he is a better backup goalkeeper, as he has already shown, than Robin Olsen. So very, very happy with that one. Next up, Harvey Elliott, and he is my wow player. I made a video on him. You can look back on the channel. I'll pop a thing up of it and how long ago it was. But I made a video about him when we were linked with him whilst he was still playing for the England under-21s back in the summer. And I said, I bloody like this kid. My friend's a Liverpool fan, and he said that the £35 million obligation's a joke and he is worth at least 50. And that's coming from a die-hard Liverpool fan. They really, really rate this kid. Only 22 years of age. Initial loan, so we don't have to, helps us balance the books. He's on a low wage. The 35 million is a fantastic price for a player of his calibre. I think he is really going to kick on for Villa and be a very important player. I like him a lot. Next up, Victor Lindelof. Or sorry, not Victor. I keep on saying Victor. I don't know why. No, it is Victor Lindelof, isn't it? I always get confused with first name. But he is a squad player. Ultimately, we needed a backup right-footed centre-back to cover for Konsa, who is going to be playing in 4 competitions and regularly for England, as we saw, getting a goal the other day. Happy enough with it. It's a squad player role. It's a position that we needed to fill. Shame we couldn't get JD Camvot, who ultimately went to Crystal Palace, but it is what it is. And then Evan Guasson, I do think he is going to make a difference for Villa. I believe that he is very, very talented. He has the world at his feet. And although he has already been subject to the Emery, I've signed you, but you're going to sit on the bench and get, hooked after 45-minute treatment. He's looked very, very good in the performances that he has managed to put in a Villa shirt so far. Very, very happy with that signing. I think he will ultimately make a difference for Villa, and I'm happy to see him in a Villa shirt. So ultimately, what do I think? If I had to give this transfer window a grading, well, let's have a look at the finances involved. So the 5 players that we've bought in is a total of £25.25 million. So not a lot of money. And the wages that we've bought in, I am referring to a little bit of notes that I've made on this video, is £435,000 per week. Now, in terms of all of our outgoings, and this isn't taking into account some of the loans as well, we've bought in about £50 million, which, double what we've spent. And we've also got rid of about £600,000 of wages. So ultimately, for balancing the books and making the club more sustainable, it's been a pretty good summer. Now, there were also the loans. Like I mentioned, Yashin Ozcan went out on loan, Illing Jr., Dobbin, Gauchi, Zich. Courtney Hawes' contract was terminated. And then obviously we've lost Rashi, Dizazi and Asensio. So all of those wages are gone as well. I think it's probably about a B. I think we've done just about enough to push it above a bang average transfer window with the restrictions that we've had. And now I just hope that the players all kick on and do well and Villa get out of this rut that we're in. And the best deal for me is the Harvey Elliott deal. Absolutely love that. Love him as a player, and I think he's going to do really, really well. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. I'll see you for the Everton preview very, very soon. Up the Villa.